Lesson number 6, The Making of Scientist, 10th NCERT English Supplementary Reader book. Then in the 7th grade, he got a hint of what real science is when he entered a country science fair and lost. It was a really sad feeling to sit there and not get anything while everybody else had won something. Everett said his entry was slides of frog tissues, which he showed under microscope. He realized the winner had tried to do real experiment, not simply make a neat display. Then he was in a seventh grade, seventh standard. He got to hint of what a real science. He got the hint what is the real science. And when he entered the country science fair, in that the country science fair he entered on that time, he lost it and he lost it. That it was a really sad feeling to sit there and not get anything while everybody else had won something. Abrid said. Here everyone and everybody's own something instead of Abrid not win anything because his entry was slide of frog tissues. He prepared that project regarding the frog tissues, which he showed under the microscope. He only showed that under the microscope, he realized that the winner had tried to do real experiment. Those who are winner, they do something, a good effort for that intention, they win something. Then they tried best. That's why they are win it. So simply make the neat display. And my project is only display. So how can I win it? Already the competitive spirit that drives Richard Everett was appearing. I knew that for the next year's fair I would have to do a real experiment, he said. Already the competitive spirit that drives Richard Everett was appearing. And in that the competitive, through that the competition, he get that the spirit and he thought that I will do something best. I know that for the next year fair I would have to do a real experiment. Then he decided I will be do the real experiment in the next year. He said the subject I knew most about was the insect work I would be doing in the past several years. He said the subject I knew most about the insect work would been doing in the past several years I just would be working that. So he wrote to Dr. Urquhart for the ideas, and back came a stack of the suggestion for experiment. For that intention, for that purpose, he wrote at the Dr. Urquhart's for that ideas, innovative ideas and experiment. Then those that kept Abritz busy all through high school and led to prize project in country and international science fair. Then after that, all the he just work a more and he kept Abritz busy all of the throws high school and led to prize project in a country and international science fair. So he want to win that prize. For that intention he gave a lot of time to their the experiment to his hard work. For this 8th grade project, Everett tried to find the cause of viral disease that kills nearly all monarch caterpillars every few years. Everett thought that disease might be carried by beetle. He tried raising caterpillars in the presence of the beetles. I didn't get any real result, he said, but I went ahead and showed that I had tried the experiment this time I own. For it grade project, Everett tried to find the cause of viral disease on 8th standard. When he was on the in the 8th standard on that time, he just did one project. It's the name of the viral disease that kill nearly all monarch caterpillars every few years. Everett thought that disease might be carried by the beetles. That disease carried might be the beetle. He tried to raising caterpillar in the presence of the beetles. He tried to raising the caterpillar in the presence of the beetle. I didn't get any real result, he said. He said, I didn't get any result. But I went ahead and showed that I had tried the experiment. He promised that we went ahead and showed that I tried to experiment. This time I own. He get the confidence. This time I will win definitely. The next year, the science fair project was testing the theory that we viceroys butterflies copy monarchs. The theory was that the viceroys look like the monarch because monarch don't test a good to bird. Viceroys, on the other hand, do taste good too, but the more they look like monarch, the less likely they are to become a bird's dinner. Next year, his science fair project was testing the theory that the viceroy's butterflies copy monarch. The next year, when he take the participate in that the project and that the theory, the viceroy's butterflies copy the monarch. The theory was that the viceroys look like the monarch because monarch don't taste good or birds. That is looking like that the monarch and viceroy it is the same, but monarch don't taste good to birds. That is don't taste good to birds. Viceroys on the other hand do taste good to birds. But in another sites, viceroy is a better test of that the compare of that the viceroys. So the more they look like the monarchs and the less likely they are become a bird's dinner. And then one side is going to the larger bird, larger number of the birds, and another side is a less number of the birds remaining, because it is a become a dinner of that the bird. Everett's project was to see whether, in fact, the birds would eat a monarch. He found that starlings would not eat a ordinary bird food. It would eat all the monarch it could get. Everett said later a search by other people showed that the viceroys probably do copy the monarch. This project was placed first the zoology division and third overall in the country science fair. Now, Everett's project was to see a weather. In fact, bird would eat monarch. He found that a starling would not eat ordinary bird's food. Starling is not eat by ordinary bird food. It would eat all of the monarchs it could get. In bracket, Edward said a later sir research by other people showed that the viceroys probably do copy the monarch. Complete bracket. This project was placed first in the zoology division and third overall in the country science fair. How it is a monarch butterflies different from that viceroy butterflies in bottom. There are some difference given in that picture. How it is looking like, that is a bottom and upper side. In this second year in a high school, Richard Herbert began to research that led to his discovery of an unknown insect hormone. Indirectly, it also led to his new theory on the life of cell. In this second year in high school, Richard Herbert began to research. He started his research in a next year that led to his discovery of an unknown insect hormone. He discovered an unknown insect hormone. He worked on that the hormone of the insect. Indirectly, it also led to his new theory on the life of cell. He find out that the new theory of the life of cell. The question he tried to answer was simple. The question he tried to get the answer that was very simple. What is the purpose of the 12 tiny gold spot on the monarch pupa? He just
try to find that the purpose why that the 12 tiny gold spot on the monarch pupils. Then everyone assures the sports were the just ornamental, Edward said, but the doctor or Hans didn't believe it. That is the didn't believe it. To find the answer, Edbrit and another excellent science student first had to build a device that showed that the spot were the producing a hormone necessary for the butterflies full of the development. To find the answer, he tried to find that the answer that Edward and another excellent science student first had to build a device that shown that the spot were producing a hormone necessary for the butterfly's full development. That is the full development. For that purpose, it is the hormones necessary to get that spot on that the butterfly's body. This project won Edward's first place in a country fair and entry into the international science and engineering fair. Then due to that the project he get the entry in international science engineering fair. There he won third place for the zoology. There he won third place in that the zoology. He also got the chance to work during the summer at the anatomy laboratory of the Walter Reed's Army Institute of the Research. He get the chance to work in that during that summer at the anatomy laboratory of the Walter Reed's Army Institute of the Research. Thank you very much. I hope that you understood better.